All right, here we go. The episode of Bill Maher's show on November 10th was fucking atrocious. I mean, it had its little shiny moments here and there, but I've been, I've been hanging on by a fucking thread when it comes to being a fan of Bill Maher. I love the dude. I love the fact that he's politically incorrect and that he shits on liberals for being politically incorrect. I I love the fact that he challenges Islam, I mean Islamic belief, the way he does Christianity. I like the dude overall. I don't agree with him on everything, but I do like the guy. But this past week is making me question that like of this man. Ever since the 2016 election got off, and he became very loyal to Clinton, even during the fucking primary. He'll tell you he supported Bernie, but that's fucking bullshit. If anything, he was defending Hillary during the primary instead of actually trying to get Bernie elected. Anyway, so this week he had Donna Brazile, Sarah Silverman, Chris Matthews, and Michael Moore on his show. The first guest he had was Donna Brazile. He was one on one with her talking about the new book, in which she exposed all the bullshit in the DNC. And again, I don't want to give her too much credit. She's probably doing it for money, and she probably understands that the Hillary Clinton faction, the Hillary Clinton cult, is coming to an end. So she's an opportunist. I don't really want to give her too much. She knows how to play the fucking game, especially the way she showed up. She shows up saying, "Hey, motherfucker." I mean, I don't mind. I like when people cuss, but it's so fucking fake. You're not one of us, bitch. You are a sellout. All right, and you can talk with that southern black twang to try to relate to people and become very likable. You know what I'm saying? But bitch, I see right through you. Anyway, so Bill starts talking with her, and they get to the part where they start talking about the corruption, and Bill Maher dismisses this bullshit. It's fucking infuriating the way he dismisses the Bernie-crats in this, the true liberals. This motherfucker said, basically telling us to get over it. Let's move on. It's not like it matters anymore. It's basically the way he said it. It doesn't matter anymore. Motherfucker, we're supposed to move on and not dissect what the fuck happened. We're not supposed to examine it. Tom Perez just purged every true fucking liberal from the DNC. And we're just supposed to move on? Either he doesn't know or he doesn't want to know. And I think Bill is too well informed and smart to not know. The motherfucker is fully aware of what's happening. And he refuses to admit what the fuck needs to be admitted. That's the problem with people who claim to be liberals. They can be exposed by true liberals. You want to make someone feel bad, self-conscious. Come at them. You want to make a Democrat feel weird and self-conscious. Come at them from the left. Don't come at them from the right. A true lefty will make a lot of these people feel like shit because we expose who the fuck they really are. Rich, elitist motherfuckers who don't give a shit about poor people. Or if they do, well then they're not going about it the right way. This motherfucker is selling us out. I love Bill, man, but he is fucking up, and I don't know why he refuses to shit on Clinton. These past couple of weeks have been insane. You know, again the Russia one thing. I'm sorry, the uranium one thing. 20% of our uranium going to Russia for $144 million to her fucking foundation. That alone should be enough to disqualify the bitch. But on top of that, we got her erasing all those emails. We got her using a private server, things that other people would go to jail for. But apparently the rules don't apply to her. Violating campaign finance law by fucking buying the DNC. Another thing she should go to jail for, but she's not going to go to jail. God damn, I wish Trump would really follow up on that promise of throwing the bitch in jail. Or whatever. So they're talking, Donna Brazil and Bill Maher. And again, the condescension towards the Bernie-crats. He keeps saying this feud between the Hillary and Clinton and the Bernie-crats. It's basically the Bernie-crats, the true progressives, who have a problem with the other side. I mean, I guess the Hillary Clinton people kind of hate us too. But in reality, when we're talking about the voters, it's mainly the liberals, the Bernie-crats, Bernie followers who truly feel that hatred, that passion. I think most of the other people would really give a fuck. What else? I think Michael Moore had some stupid bullshit about we should try to emulate Canada and get female or get our wives, our girlfriends or ex-girlfriends to sign off on whether men are allowed to buy guns or not. Could that pussy whip fat piece of shit be any more pussy whipped? I mean, I don't know what the fuck to say about that guy. It's like he says the things he knows will give him an applause by that white, liberal, rich, pussy whipped audience. And it's fucking disgusting. They can claim all they want that they don't want to take away our guns. But that's horse shit. They'll never admit to it. They'll go around and dance around with some other bullshit and say they're pro gun restrictions. By the way, I am too, to some degree. Crazy people should probably not be allowed to have guns. But there should be a good way of deciding whether a person is crazy or not. It can't just be a tool the government uses to take away our guns either. Anyway, Sarah Silverman, she had a good point when it came to facts not being something that can convince most people. You need emotion. You need to tap into a person's emotion to really change their mind. And I think I agree with that. I mean, take for instance Bill Maher. The fact is, he's been shitting on Trump and insinuating that he's been corroborating or colluding with Russia. Turns out we haven't found that out yet. Turns out we have, however, found out that Hillary, his girl, has basically been doing that. And not only that, she actually paid the fucking Russians to find information on Trump. I personally don't give a fuck. I don't think it's that big a deal. I don't even think it's unethical. But the entire mainstream media and Bill Maher himself have been saying for the longest time that it's treasonous. Why don't they talk about Hillary Clinton doing that same shit? Just mention it once. Just call her a fucking traitor once. That's all I'm asking for, Bill. He's been accusing Trump of conducting shady deals in Russia. That might be the case. But why don't you comment on Uranium One then? The shadiest of all Russian fucking deals. 20% of our fucking uranium. That's another fact. How about the fact that We talked about this earlier, but how about the fact that she bought the fucking. She is just as corrupt as we've all, most of us have assumed, as all Trump voters have assumed. Maybe the Trump voters or the Trump people have been manipulated into realizing the truth, but they still know the fucking truth. She's corrupt as fuck. All these things are facts, and they're not gonna change Bill's opinion. I know they were trying to aim this concept of facts not being able to change people's opinion towards conservatives, and I agree with that. But it also applies to liberals. What the fuck is going on, Bill? You used to be the shit, dude. And I still like you, man. But what the fuck? What else happened? Chris Matthews did a good thing. I like Chris Matthews. Well, I liked him at least yesterday or Friday. He basically said we got to stop with the whole demonizing of white people. We got to try to unite, and it is possible to unite white working class, aka deplorables, aka racists. You know, we can unite these poor white people and black people. And I assume he was talking about Mexicans as well, or Hispanics. Which is true. That's what the fuck the Democratic Party needs to be. Fuck rich, liberal, elitist, white people. Suck my dick. That's not what the fuck we need anymore. It basically needs to be poor Republicans, white people, basically. Poor Democrats, blacks and Mexicans, who have to unite and say, suck my dick. We're done with you. We want a true socialist, a true progressive that is going to redistribute wealth and bring it back to levels we saw maybe in the 1960s. Because the shit we have now is not doable. All the wealth is going to the top. And most of us are sick and fucking tired of it. Progressives won big. And that was part of Bill's show too. Well, he said Democrats. He didn't say I'm not sure if he said progressives. But a lot of these Democrats were actual, real progressives. And that's huge. Yeah, he didn't mention the fact that, you know, he didn't try to differentiate between the two sects, but other people on YouTube have, and that's good. One thing I didn't like about Sarah Silverman is the bitch is very agreeable. She agrees. She'll agree with anything Michael Moore would say about guns. Oh. Well, maybe women should. Maybe women should sign off on whether a guy can or can't buy a gun. That sounds reasonable. I'm down for that. Yeah. Or her coming out and saying, you know, what we can say now in 10 years probably won't be allowed anymore, and I'm okay with that. I think that's good. Basically insinuating that political correctness will continue to get stronger and that we should all succumb to it. And then Bill Maher stepped in and say, how about no, bitch? Some to that degree. And she immediately agreed with him again. She's too agreeable with the people she thinks she needs to agree with. Fuck political correctness, bitch. Any comedian who is pro-political correctness is like a black slaver. A black fucking slave owner. You are a traitor to your fucking core, bitch. What the fuck? At least Bill stands up against that bullshit. You're embracing it, you stupid fucking sexy Jew. Alright. That's enough of this bullshit for today.